Someone today, your exact same age, is living their last day on earth. If that's not enough motivation to get you started, I don't know what is. That was enough motivation for me, so that's why I'm here at 26 years old starting this channel. The goal for this channel is to reiterate some of the advice I would give my younger self from a younger person's point of view. If you're young, you may not have a lot of money, you may not have a lot of skills, but one thing you do is you have plenty of time and a little responsibility. There is absolutely no excuse to be able to learn any skill, adapt any skill, or mature any skill to further you in any way. So the first piece of advice, if you're young, just start. And when I say start, I mean start producing something, start building something. I'm not saying go out and start getting drunk at bars just to hang out and waste time. You need to start being productive. So I really have two main points on this video. One is why you should start investing as early as possible, because the time in your 20s is more valuable than any other time in your life. And also, why starting a business or something that produces value to society is the easiest and probably the most successful in your young age also. So let's talk investing a minute. Obviously the most valuable skill that you can invest in is yourself, but the topic of this video is going to be investing in assets that will pay you money now and pay you money in the future, so you may not have to work again. You may think you have time, and you may think that only old people talk about investing. It's because old people are benefiting from investing, so why would you not benefit from investing as a young person? The issue is most people don't know how, and it's very simple. You may have clicked on this video and have no clue about investing, and that's not the topic for this video, but please comment below if you would like to learn more. I think that's a very great topic for a future video. What I do want to talk about is the importance of starting young and why your 20s are more important than any other time in your investing career. So let's start with a simple example. No opinions, straight facts, straight numbers. All this is simple math. So we're going to assume a conservative 8% average return, which is more conservative than the average of the S&P 500 over its existence, which is a couple hundred years. So let's start with a simple number of investing $300 a month over the period of this time. A lot of people can afford that. If you can't, we can discuss further, but that should be a pretty easy number to invest $300 a month. You probably pay $300 a month for Starbucks, subscriptions, fast food, things that you could easily cut out to start investing if you really wanted to. So let's make a small case study with just simple math. There's going to be case A and case B. So case A, you start at 20 years old and invest $300 a month at the average 8% return. When you're 60 years old, you should have about $1.75 million. On the contrary, if you do the exact same thing, except start at 30 instead of 20, so 10 years difference, you will have lost over $1 million by the time you're 60 years old. I'm pretty sure we can all give up the $300 a month of Starbucks, subscriptions, fast food, garbage from Amazon for over $1 million in your future. And if you're able to invest and save even more, that number obviously gets significantly bigger. And that's the magic of compound interest. If you look at the compound interest equation from a math standpoint without getting super nerdy, the big issue is the exponential time factor. All of us young people have that exponential time factor on our side. That's why you should start now. Not tomorrow, not later, not when you're 50, now. The biggest issue with investing is people don't start early enough. You can put all the money in the world in and leave it in there for 6 months and it's not going to make you any money. But you can put small tidbits of money in every single month for 30, 40 years and you're going to have a substantial amount of money at the end. So you may hear that and think, investing is risky, it's gambling, I don't have enough money to start, I don't know how. We can get into that in another video, but the simple answer is, I'm just an average 26-year-old guy who's been investing since 18 when you were legally able to create an account, and it's paid significant advantages to my portfolio and probably my future. If you don't think you have enough money to start, I promise you, you most likely do. Flip stuff, go get free stuff, sell it on eBay, Facebook Marketplace. If you do have a job where you could cut some stuff out like subscriptions, Starbucks, and I'm not hating on subscriptions or Starbucks, I'm just saying a lot of people abuse those and that's something that you could cut out. Say you just start with $50 a month just to get your feet wet in the market, just to understand the market, and eventually build that knowledge to realize the ups and downs are normal, but you're going to see the long-term gains. Contrary to popular belief, I don't think the 9 to 5 is definitely the safest, so you need another option. When you're in your 20s, no one cares what you do, no one cares what you think, they don't care what you look like, what you wear. This is the time to double down and start other income streams besides your 9 to 5 job. Also, if you decide to start a business for yourself, keep your 9 to 5 because that puts you at an unfair advantage. You have cash coming in from that 9 to 5 that you can use to start that business with no loans, no overhead, no anything like that, and just dump your cash into that business and bootstrap it with no upfront cost. I'm not quite in this case, but you might be. If you're early 20s, fresh out of college, in a job, you may have no responsibility, no mortgage, no family, no anything except showing up for that job. Make this business your hobby. When you come home, no other commitments except to building this side gig in hopes that it becomes your full-time job. We're all young. We've been raised on computers. You have so many resources. You have Google, YouTube, AI now that can practically do anything for you. You have all the learning capability at your hands, and you might as well use it. So find a niche that you like and that you're passionate about and chase it. You have absolutely nothing to lose. And you may struggle at first, because I did, to find your niche. You don't have to have specifically one. You can just throw darts at the wall and something will stick. The key to success is to find a problem to solve or something that adds value to society. Whether this is a service, a system, some sort of coding, a physical product, something that solves a problem and adds value to society will almost guarantee your success. Now, when I say success, I don't mean you're going to make $1 million a month the first month. Just to get a couple sales, a couple adopters of the product, and maybe pay your food cost every month, pay your utility bills, and just continue to try to grow and build a system that you can grow on, that in a couple years, 5 years, 10 years, maybe even faster than that, you've created a massive system that you love working on, and that can replace your 9 to 5 job. So why would you not start if you know all this? Well, I'm in the same boat. I don't like talking on camera. I'm not very good at it. I don't feel like I'm good at it, but here I am starting this channel. I don't care what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to care what you think. Nobody's going to care what you say. They're only going to care if you provide value to society. So I'm here, kind of stuffy, uncomfortable on camera, making this video because I'm passionate about giving this advice to young people that I wish I would have gave my younger self, even though I'm still considered young in most cases. I'm trying to build the exact system that I'm telling you guys about, and you're just along for the journey. So let's come up with an action plan when we leave this video. So for investing, watch a couple of YouTube videos, make a comment on this video. I may make a video about the vocabulary or basics of investing, because there are a lot of terms out there that you probably don't understand, and that's totally okay. Do your research on that. Find out what system fits you best, most likely index funds, but we can talk about that later. And just start. Invest something small. Automatic deposit, super small amount, just to get your feet wet. For your business idea, brainstorm and write down a few problems that are in your hobbies, your life, or anything else, and see if there's a solution out there. If there isn't a solution, go chase it. And just remember, someone your age today is living their last day on earth. If that doesn't sit right with you, start now. This is Two Tire Trek, where we talk about life behind bars.